What's going on, guys? Welcome to the second BlackTideTV video of the day. In this video, we're looking at my first impressions of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, or as I like to call it, Call of Black Ops Advanced Ghostfare, because it took something from every single Call of Duty game that's ever lived. The map that I'm playing on is Strike Zone from Ghost. I think it's called Genesis in this game or something, but it's Strike Zone without the chem strike and without the middle lane. It's just weird. They took out a lot of things from Advanced Warfare. They took a lot of weapons and stuff and perks, and they took a lot of things out of Black Ops 3. Obviously, a lot of people are calling it the exact replica of Black Ops 3, or it's like a carbon copy of Black Ops 3, whatever you want to call it. So a lot of people are saying that this game is a bit of every other Call of Duty, and I totally agree. I don't think there's anything super innovative about this game. I don't think that they really tried that hard to kind of change things up. I think that the things that they did try and improve on might actually be worse. I'm not saying that I hate this game. It's probably my least favorite Call of Duty to date, but I'm not saying that I hate it. I've never hated a Call of Duty game, and I'm still going to play this game. I'm still going to cover this game on my channel, of course. I'm just not as huge of a fan of this game as I am of Modern Warfare Remastered, for example, or as I was of Black Ops 3, which is hard for me to admit because I was not a fan of Black Ops 3 either. It was probably my least favorite Call of Duty of all time. So this might be taking the cake on that one, just because it's not innovative enough. There's nothing new in this Call of Duty game. They've just recycled a bunch of the old things. Like, I feel like that's the biggest problem that Call of Duty keeps running into. Back in the days of boots on the ground, the big thing was everybody was complaining, it's always boots on the ground, it's always the same formula, make it different. And then they made it different with Advanced Warfare, and people immediately started complaining. They said, no, we don't like it like this, change it back. And then they were already going ahead with Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare, so they made these games, and it feels like they made Black Ops 3, and people said, okay, well, this is sort of kind of a happy medium between the advanced movement and the boots on the ground. And then they went, okay, well, let's stick with that formula, and they made Infinite Warfare the exact same way. And I think that that's what they're trying to get into here, is how the boots on the ground games used to be, where it was the same formula year after year, just with a little bit of tweaking. I feel like that's what they were trying to get at with this game, saying like, okay, well, this is the new formula for Call of Duty. It's going to be like Black Ops 3 every year, but it's just going to be tweaked a little bit each time. And I don't think that's going to stand. It's just not something that interests me. It's not something that interests a lot of players. That's why I think Modern Warfare Remastered is actually more popular than this game right now, and will be more popular than this game going forward. So I feel like they just didn't do anything innovative with this year's copy. And what I have to say about that is just the thing that they did with this game overall, I found, is that they just borrowed a lot of things from other Call of Duty games, and there is such a thing as having too much of a good thing. Yes, you can have certain weapons in there. Yes, you can have certain movement systems. Yes, you can have the specialist system come back as combat rigs, but they've kind of tried to build on everything. Instead of making a new way for themselves, instead of paving themselves a new path, they kind of just built up other things in the game. They kind of took things from previous Call of Duty games and they added to them. And they said, you know what, we're going to make it better by doing this. So combat rigs are now an advanced specialist, where you get a special perk for each combat rig, and you get to run a perk and a payload, and there's like 3 for each, and there's just too much. And there's just, I feel like it's an overwhelming game because there's just so much happening in the game. It's so overcomplicated. Now, I'm actually going to have a video in the future comparing Modern Warfare Remastered and Infinite Warfare, and how complex Infinite Warfare is compared to Modern Warfare Remastered, and why that might make Modern Warfare Remastered a more desirable game. But I feel like it's just way too complex. There's way too much stuff happening, and that's not even taken into consideration the gameplay, which is super fast paced, and just, it's not up the alley of a lot of Call of Duty players. It feels a lot more Titanfall this time around, even more so than Black Ops 3 did. So it is a strange game. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I'm kind of right down the middle. I'm not even at the point where I'm going to admit that I like this game a lot or that I dislike this game. I honestly don't exactly have a great opinion right off the top. I don't know how I feel about this game yet. Modern Warfare Remastered, on the other hand, is a great game. I will link my first impressions video of that down in the description down below. Make sure you check that one out. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're more. If you're, oh my god, subscribe for more daily gaming goodness. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Jesus.